Section 11, Wealth, Investing, and Asset Building Activation. I'm so grateful now that I think like an investor. I think long-term. I think strategically. I think in terms of assets. I think in terms of value creation. I think in terms of ownership. I think in terms of stewardship. I think in terms of freedom. I understand that wealth is not merely money. Wealth is options. Wealth is flexibility. Wealth is opportunity. Wealth is influence. Wealth is time freedom. Wealth is location freedom. Wealth is relationship freedom. Wealth is the ability to serve at a higher level. Investor identity activation. I am an investor. I continuously develop my ability to identify value. I continuously develop my ability to identify opportunities. I continuously develop my ability to identify assets. I continuously develop my ability to identify leverage. I continuously develop my ability to identify long-term potential. I think beyond immediate gratification. I think beyond temporary emotions. I think beyond short-term comfort. I think in decades, not days. I think in ownership, not consumption. I think in cash flow, not appearances. I think in assets, not liabilities. I think in freedom, not dependency. Digital asset management activation. I understand the power of digital assets. I understand the power of intellectual property. I understand the power of systems. I understand the power of content. I understand the power of technology. I understand the power of artificial intelligence. I understand the power of automation. I understand the power of scalable value creation. I build digital assets that create value. I build systems that create value. I build intellectual property that creates value. I build frameworks that create value. I build content that creates value. I build brands that create value. I build assets that continue working long after they are created. I create once. I benefit repeatedly. I create value. I capture value. I multiply value. Financial discipline activation. I respect money. I manage money wisely. I invest money intentionally. I deploy capital strategically. I avoid emotional financial decisions. I avoid impulsive financial decisions. I avoid ego-driven financial decisions. I make decisions based on wisdom, alignment, value, opportunity, risk management, long-term outcomes. I consistently increase my financial intelligence. I consistently increase my investment knowledge. I consistently increase my financial discipline. I consistently increase my stewardship. I become a better manager of resources every day. Cash flow activation. I understand that cash flow creates stability. Cash flow creates options. Cash flow creates opportunity. Cash flow creates freedom. I build assets that generate cash flow. I build systems that generate cash flow. I build businesses that generate cash flow. I build investments that generate cash flow. I build opportunities that generate cash flow. I focus on sustainable income, predictable income, recurring income, scalable income. I understand that financial freedom is built through ownership, not dependency, creation, not consumption, discipline, not impulse, tax lien and tax deed investing activation. I am so grateful now that I continuously expand my knowledge of tax liens and tax deeds. I study opportunities carefully. I perform due diligence thoroughly. I make informed decisions. I acquire knowledge before taking action. I acquire wisdom before deploying capital. I understand the power of acquiring assets below market value. I understand the power of solving problems for communities. I understand the power of transforming neglected opportunities into valuable assets. I remain patient. I remain disciplined. I remain strategic. I remain opportunity focused. I remain value focused. Stewardship activation. I understand that wealth is a responsibility. I understand that ownership is a responsibility. I understand that influence is a responsibility. I understand that leadership is a responsibility. The Spirit of truth guides me in stewardship. The Spirit of truth guides me in decision making. The Spirit of truth guides me in investments. The Spirit of truth guides me in opportunities. I seek wisdom before action. I seek understanding before commitment. I seek clarity before expansion. I seek alignment before growth. Wealth declaration. I create value. I recognize opportunities. I acquire assets. I manage resources wisely. I think strategically. I invest intentionally. I build systems. I build assets. I build freedom. I build legacy. I build opportunities for myself and others. I remain calm. I remain clear. I remain controlled. I remain consistent. I remain disciplined. I remain patient. I remain strategic. I remain aligned with the spirit of truth. One asset at a time, one investment at a time, one opportunity at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. Next should be section 12, real estate, community development, sober living communities, and resort-style co-living vision activation.